And hello, everyone. Welcome to Super Gamekast, your podcast about video games and the video game industry. Let's turn it over to the host, Bronson Fiore. How you doing?
What is up, everybody? I am Bronson Fiore, joined by the always awesome Aaron Reynolds.
Yep, always.
And the Jamie Master, soon-to-be Evo champion, the HR Ninja.
Hello.
So I need to get some housekeeping out of the way. I was told someone I would wear this for the podcast. Yeah, I'm sure you can see what it says.
You can't wear it like a normal human being.
No, because I don't like wearing shit under my headphones. And I said I'd wear it at the beginning of the podcast.
Okay, I was gonna say you cannot wear that way for like 2 hours.
No, it would drive me insane. But I said I would do it, so here it is. Thank you for the gift, Steph.
That's cute.
Oh.
Very good.
Nice. Nice.
All right, wind this music down real quick. All right, get rid of that. No, stop it. Quit it. You stop. All right. Hey, everyone.
That's how the kids wear it, says Cartfail.
Is that so? Okay. All right. Good. Glad we're hip to it. Man, video games, guys. They're all right.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, they're okay. They're
Some
okay.
would say, yeah, they're all right. We didn't just spend fucking 2 straight hours playing them.
Hell yeah.
No. Mm-mm.
No, we would not do that. It's terrible. But we like them.
We do. And we like them enough to where we might compile together a top 100 of them.
Oh my
from
god.
our community and our sister communities.
So, do you happen to have the list of sister communities that helped us compile this list?
I do. Cartbale and his homies, the Nasty Boots crew, the Nintendo Pals, the Nintendo Dads, a Murder of Crows, and the Dark Saber Clan, and hold on, let me actually pull up the Excel sheet to see if I missed anyone. Of course, our own community.
Yes.
And that's all of them.
All right. Well, thank you, everyone. Oh,
yeah. Oh, and Little Wolf Streams. Sorry, almost forgot about that one.
Really? The person that gifted you that hat, you almost forgot about him? That's
interesting. Yes. Well, they haven't streamed in a while, so, you know.
Fair enough. But hey, so we got all of these video games here. We wanted to... This was spawned by... we did a podcast recently, within the last few months, where like the video game industry came together to like get a bunch of people's opinions on video games and compile a top 100. And the results of that were interesting to the point where I want to know what our group of people feels like.
So
yeah.
We used a similar methodology to them. So what we did is we sent out a survey asking for your top 10 games ever.
Mm-hmm.
And then we did a point system. So if you put something at number 1 on your top 10 list, it was worth 10 points. Number 2, 9. Number 3, 8. Number 4, 7. So on and so forth. And then we fucking collect all the totals, threw that bitch in an Excel sheet, and then here we go.
Mm-hmm.
There were 293 games on the list, and we lowered it down to a top 100, except we didn't because of ties. So, for within the top 100 itself, we just let Excel pick. And we couldn't figure out how Excel did it because we just sorted we told it to sort by number, like the point total. And I tried to discern, did it do alphabetical? No, because Stardew, Red Dead, and GTA are all the same.
You have to sort alphabetically first before, and then do that for it to go alphabetical.
Well, yes. So I'm trying to discern how it sorted then, because I didn't sort it alphabetically first.
Well, it was whatever order you had it in. I don't know.
Okay, I guess. Because that definitely does not make sense, because I know I added some of those games before others that end up higher.
Weird.
So, yeah, whatever.
That's weird. All right.
Excel's dumb. It breaks a lot for dumb reasons.
Okay.
I've spent enough time in Excel to know.
Yeah.
But we have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
We have a problem, one might say. So, in the case of... We end up with a tie. a big tie because spots 99 to number 118 all tied with 8 points.
Yep.
So we had to figure out a solution to handle this because we don't believe in ties here or half points.
Mm-hmm.
It's nonsense. It's absolute nonsense.
Agreed.
And we didn't want our opinion to influence the list.
No.
So we decided to throw them all into a picker wheel. And the first spin, whoever comes up, is going to be the number 99. And the second spin is going to be the number 100.
Random chance. You can't blame us.
Yep.
I just
All
want
right,
to,
are we ready?
boy.
Yeah. You know what? Yeah. Let's go.
All right, all right. You got it on the screen. Good. All right. Anybody comments anything before we start?
Yeah. Speak now or forever hold your peace. I want to look at some of the. So let's look at some of the games on this
Yeah, let's
wheel
look at
while
the games
people
first.
are
Yep.
sharing their thoughts.
Okay, so we have Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time,
Mm-hmm.
Rune Factory,
Mm-hmm.
Animal Crossing New Horizons,
Sure.
Star Control 2,
Okay.
Night in the Woods,
Oh yeah.
Chicory, A Colorful Tale,
Mm-hmm.
Tales of Symphonia,
Sure.
Celeste.
Yeah.
We mentioned this one earlier, Neopets.
Yeah. Why not?
So you were curious what was going on with Neopets. Here you go.
Yep.
Halo 2,
Yeah. Sure.
Duke Nukem 3D,
Oh.
The First Dishonored,
Okay.
Little Gator Game,
Yeah. Why not?
What is that?
Civilization 3,
Oh.
Digital Combat Simulator.
Hmm.
Oh, sorry. Feel free to stop me whenever. Mario RPG,
Hmm.
Max Payne 2,
All right.
Lufia Fortress of Doom,
Mm-hmm.
Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast, and The Sims 3.
Ugh.
Uh,
All right. Well.
Time to spin that wheel.
Spin that wheel.
Oh,
It's spinning. It's spinning. It's spinning.
It's and the winner is number 99 is going to be The Sims
Sims
3.
3.
Sims 3. Congratulations,
All
Sims
right.
3.
You know,
All
I'm
right.
not terribly upset by that.
No, me neither.
Nah. I like the
All
Sims.
right, I'm gonna put it next to what was 99 when my auto sorted.
Okay.
All right, and now for our number. All right, so let's get rid of The Sims 3. Let me find it on here. All right, delete that. Okay, and now for our number 100.
Here,
The number
can you scroll up
100th
just a
game.
little bit for the stream. There we go. Thank you. All right.
All right, the number 100th game of all time
Right.
is
big money, no whammies.
Sims 3.
Star Control 2.
All right. Congratulations, Star Control 2. You are the 100th best game ever made.
Yep.
Has anyone here played Star Control 2?
No, I don't even know what that is.
Mm-mm.
I
Congratulations.
didn't realize
of
there was
it.
a first Star Control.
I'm gonna have to check it out now.
What Carbell the chat said, let's go, Max Payne.
I was cheering for Max Payne and Jedi Outcast, but what happens?
I was rooting for Halo 2, but here we go.
Here we are. All right. Well, geez, man. All right.
People are saying that Star Control 2 is better than Mass Effect from a narrative perspective.
Whoa, okay.
Then this list is gonna be real interesting to those people.
All right, so I guess let's get counting down. You know, yeah, that's what we gotta do, right?
Let me get my I gotta get my browser settings back to let's see, because I'm still stuck on you here. Where did that? We're figuring this out.
Out of curiosity, what if we needed one more spin? That's fine.
Sure, just spin it and see what happens.
Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time.
101.
This wheel feels weighted.
Is that so?
I mean,
right.
The Sims 3 is the smallest amount of text, so I mean, it got out, right?
Yep. All right. We're switching over to the Excel spreadsheet.
For some additional context, the very bottom of the list with 1 point is the original Gravity Rush.
Yeah.
Game number 292.
I'm glad somebody
292.
voted for that.
Yeah, there was a lot of good games. So I guess we should talk about some highlights for us that didn't make the top 100. But like DMC3 at number 177, great game.
Wow.
Mega Man 2
Onimusha.
got one top 10 placement.
Yep,
Final
did.
Fantasy V. Somebody voted for FF5.
Huh.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad game. I just don't think it's one of the better FFs.
Marvel vs. Capcom 2 did not get enough love. It was pretty low.
I just want to point out, I think, but based on this point system, I am the only person in this entire group of people that plays Shadow of the Colossus anywhere, and that makes me sad.
Yes.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
When I went in,
So far, I don't see any of my games on here.
Let's see.
I
Fucking
mean,
Dirge of Cerberus is on here.
I
Yep.
did not vote for that.
Good job, Yuko. Good job, man.
Let's see. We're going through this list here. San Andreas, down low.
Dang.
3 points total.
MK9.
Yep, MK9's there. God of War 2018 got 3 points. Spider-Man
Baba
2
Is You.
got
That was a
4.
good game.
Which game?
Baba Is You.
Oh, yes. Man, Last Guardian got more points than Shadow of the Colossus. Look.
Dang. A lot of people voted for Star Rail. That is surprising.
Yeah.
He got 4.
Yes.
It could be one person. Who knows?
It could be one person. More points than I would have anticipated.
Yes. Mario 64 with 4 points.
Oh, Pathfinder. Somebody likes CRPGs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
MGS, Metal Gear Solid 2 point. Yeah, so the Metal Gear community was super split. Had the Metal Gear community converged on one game, they would have probably been in the top 10, if not the top 20.
Yeah.
But literally every person who put a Metal Gear game in their list picked a different Metal Gear game.
Man.
So that's what the fuck happened there.
That's what it is. Dark Souls 2 with 6 points. That is interesting for Dark Souls people.
2 Mortal Kombat games so far.
Mortal Kombat 7.
Blood Bowl.
Which one is that?
Somebody's got Blood Bowl.
All right. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Etrian Odyssey. If you like dungeon crawling RPGs, the Etrian Odyssey games are like peak.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Kid Chameleon at 125. Burnout Paradise just missing the list. Oh,
Yep.
heartbreaking.
You want to talk? Yeah, the sevens are pretty rough.
Yeah.
Gears 3, Ratchet and Clank, Uncharted 4, Rhythm Heaven. Smash Ultimate was 7.
Yeah.
Spider-Man PS4 7.
Wow.
The games that we cut had some the games that got cut overall had some very interesting ones in here.
Yep.
So like,
what we can say is that the way this is structured, everyone's first and second favorite game or best game on their list made it here.
Yes, because of the way it worked out is, and the way the point value system works out is because everything that is above number 99 is 9 points or higher. That means your 1 and your 2 made the list for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Well, number 100 Star Control 2, number 99 Sims 3.
Yep. All right. So number 98 SimCity for the SNES.
I fiddled around with that. I imagine that game was pretty big for the time.
I've heard it's a really cool version of that game with a lot of personality. That's what I've heard.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
it's a very, very fun version of that game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, nothing appalling yet, of course.
No.
This is arguably a little low, and I'm shocked that only one person had it on their list. Silent Hill 2.
I guess, right? Like, huh?
Yeah, for the survival horror genre, Silent Hill 2 is like way up there.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
97 is something. I just
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, this is how it works, you know? This is how it worked out. Next one.
Missed
I'm
the
love.
beginning.
Oh, what? Because it delayed the notification?
Probably.
Eh.
Deep Rock Galactic.
Deep Rock Galactic tied with Silent Hill 2. Look, that game is fantastic. That's one of those games where I would love to get 4 people together for a stream and just like have drinks and hang out, because that's a real good game for that.
Lordy.
All right.
And then, so yeah, there's that. Then the next one on the list after Deep Rock is Final Fantasy IV.
Okay.
One of the more popular Final Fantasies.
Mhm.
So yeah, there you go on
It's
that.
the Final Fantasy that introduced the active time battle system.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right.
Turn-based, but not turn-based.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Osu.
Osu. What is that?
It's a rhythm game. It's a game where you're popping the bubbles in time to the music.
Okay. Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Those are pretty good.
This next one, Urban Chaos Riot Response.
Number 93, best game ever made.
What is this? Urban Chaos Riot Response. Oh,
I'm curious.
it's a PS2 game.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
PS2 shooter.
All right.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm down.
Yep. All right. Next up is Call of Duty Black Ops 2.
You know, for if you had to pick Call of Duty games to get on a top 100 list, to me this is an interesting choice, but you know.
Right, well, it'd be the two games, right? It'd be Black Ops 2 and be Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
I would say that'd definitely be, in my opinion, it's one of the better Call of Duty games. So yeah, that one for sure.
Makes sense.
Next up, Monster Hunter Rise.
You know,
it's a good one.
Yeah, it's the closest I've ever gotten to getting into Monster Hunter was Rise.
For me, that's World, but yes, it's really good.
It's good.
Number 90 is Portal 1.
What do you think of Portal 1 getting number 90?
I think that's one of the best games ever made, and arguably should be a lot higher.
It's a good game. Very good game.
It is. Number 89 should be way higher, especially because it predicted the fucking future.
It sure did.
Metal Gear Solid 2.
I wonder if people still have hard feelings about teasing Snake and then getting Raiden.
For sure they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. You know, the thing is and it might just be how I changed the person, but over time, I got over it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I got over it. I'm not hurt anymore.
You know, I played Revengeance and was like, Raiden's a badass.
Right after Revengeance, like who's gonna be mad at Raiden?
I played 4. That honestly, you didn't even need to play Revengeance. You just had to play 4, and you saw the shit Raiden was doing. You're like, never mind, he's cool.
Yep. They fixed him.
So, next up, Diablo 3.
How do you?
I hope 2 is higher. I hope 2 is higher.
So here's the thing. I went back and played both of those before Diablo 4.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Diablo 2 holds up at all.
Oh man,
I don't enjoy playing Diablo 2.
I prefer 2 to 4. I still play 2.
Wow, 2 to 4.
Yeah.
I still play 2 on private servers.
I don't know. I'm good.
That's right.
Okay, well.
Mondo cool.
Yo.
So,
who's following?
Thank
you very much.
Thank you. Day by Daylight. I like the name.
I like it. Yep, good.
Yep.
Good name.
By the way, as long as we're going through this list, everybody remember, if you have Twitch Prime, you should give us Twitch Prime sub.
Yeah. Hey, and we're also on Kick right now. So
yes, we are live on Kick. If you want to support us in a bigger fashion, you can go there.
Yeah. We're still figuring out follows and all that stuff because Kick itself is figuring out all that. So
yes,
it's a mess over there, which is what makes it fun.
Also, I linked the wrong thing for Kick.
Cannot believe you just did that.
I know.
Rude.
Horrible.
Rude.
The worst.
Follow that link to get started streaming on Kick yourself.
Yes, definitely.
Way to turn that around.
All right.
Yeah, and Diablo 3 had a lot of controversial opinions in the past, but I think it like when it finished, like towards the end of its life, it was in a great spot.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Yep.
take that how you will. Next up, Dishonored 2.
Dishonored 2 specifically.
Yeah, I would love to hear people's opinions on Dishonored 2 because like I played the first one and I liked it a pretty good amount, and then I just never went to the second one.
That's
Well,
exactly what happened to me.
I feel like a lot of people did that, right? Like, I feel like there's a reason they haven't gone back to Dishonored. Because apparently there are fans of that franchise. My
Oh,
God.
it is literally my girlfriend's favorite video game franchise ever.
But it's like 2 games, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but then there's also is it Deadloop? That's like the next iteration.
She didn't care for that because of the online stuff.
Interesting.
oh,
Interesting.
damn.
Also, I think there's 3 Dishonored games because I see Dishonored: Death of the Outsider.
Oh,
So
I don't know what
that
that
might be
is.
it's a standalone adventure in the Dishonored series,
Huh.
apparently.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
it's a shorter thing. It's on game. All 3 of them are on Game Pass though. So if you want to play them,
Well, good to know. All right.
yeah. Like I said, I liked the first one when it came out,
Yeah.
but haven't. Yeah, and that series got a lot of love. You know, so
No kidding.
It did. The first game was a lot of fun.
It was one of my one of my favorite memories is like watching the January 6th coverage and there's people rioting inside, the Capitol building and people were like, "Hey, that guy has a Dishonored tattoo." Oh, weird. Oh, Dishonored. That's right. Yeah. Oh man.
All right. Next up, Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story.
People
It's a
love
good
that
game.
game.
It's a good game.
Yeah, that's solid. Next up, number 85, Bat and Kaitos.
What is that?
It's a
That's
RPG on the GameCube.
yeah, it's like
Ooh.
one of the like 3 RPGs that ever came out for the GameCube.
The GameCube had a lot of RPGs.
Did it?
Yeah.
Okay, like
I
Tales of
can't think of
Symphonia.
anything. I can't think of anything off the top of my head other than Paper Mario Tales of Symphonia.
There definitely are a lot. You're just
And
gonna have
this
to trust me
one.
on this.
It's like Bat and Kaitos, Tales of Symphonia, Skies of Arcadia, Paper Mario, and Fire Emblem. You're
Oh
done.
yeah. Oh, and the
You're
Pokemon
good.
RPGs.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I don't know.
Digimon World, that counts. Kind of.
Want to be technical about it? Sure.
sure. Okay. Why
I had to
not?
Google it, and I'm looking at these, and I'm like, "That's not an RPG. That's not an RPG. That's not an RPG."
Okay. Well.
If you want bad RPGs, you have Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles.
There's like 20. There's like 20 RPGs that came out on that thing.
Yeah.
Tons.
Define a lot.
Yeah, man, you
Tons.
can play. Who doesn't want to play Lost Kingdoms?
That's right.
Who doesn't
Who
want to
doesn't want
play
to play Fantasy Star Online?
Star Online without the online?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why not?
Button Kaitos 1 and 2 are getting a remaster here shortly.
Yeah, so it's gonna come
Oh,
out on
that's
Switch
cool.
soon.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Awesome.
All right. Next up, Shovel Knight, another great game.
Good game.
Yeah.
I own that game on 3 platforms, so
I
I
believe it.
really liked it. Next up, we got Avion.
The hell is
What
this?
is Avion?
This is a role-playing game by Avion Studios. It came out in 2004 for Windows, Linux, and Mac OS.
It's an RPG Maker game.
Oh.
Okay.
Bold of them to name their game name their studio after their game.
Right.
Yeah. Apparently, there's 4 Avion games.
Wow.
And some spin-offs. Yeah.
Okay.
So someone.
You know,
Alright.
people say like RPG Maker game, and like there's a certain connotation behind that, but
Oh, there's
apparently
definitely.
there are some fucking great RPG Maker games.
Huh.
My initial reflex to that was like, oh, okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
All right.
That's
Well,
cool.
cool. Okay. So next up, we got Kingdom Hearts 2.
Kingdom Hearts 2. This is actually like in terms of if this was on a real list, this would not be terrible placement, I think.
This is the
No,
one that
and
killed the franchise for me.
This
really,
is the best one.
I was gonna say, I think this is the best
good
one.
one.
I got halfway through it and was like, nah, I can't
This
do
is
this anymore.
This is the only good one.
What are you talking? Okay, hang on. I liked 1.
You know what? The rhythm game's all right. The rhythm game's okay.
We got a comment in the chat regarding Avion. Let me suck my own lol by Avion.
Oh no. Oh god.
Every time someone says that, it just reminds me of that Clerks conversation.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he died trying to suck his own dick.
I was having a conversation with someone just last night that made me realize I want to play through Kingdom Hearts again.
You're buying a PS5 soon, right? Or you already bought one?
I intend to at some point if they don't close my card again. Yeah.
On that PlayStation Plus Premium thing, they're like yearly sub service.
Mm-hmm.
You can play literally all of them.
Okay. Well, that solves that problem.
Yep.
All right.
They have 1.5, 2.5, 2.8, and 3.
Yeah. This game, I thought was fantastic. I did lose the plot at the end. Like, I mean, I was confused at the beginning, but like by the end, I thought I would understand. And then it's like Organization 13 or whatever it is. I'm like, dude, I don't. I've already lost the plot. And then they were trying to get me to buy more consoles and more handhelds to follow along. I'm like, I can't follow you.
Listen, when you need 12 to 16 hour long YouTube videos to explain the plot of Kingdom Hearts.
But my friend last night was like, I feel like absolute, like, I feel like shit, like thinking about the prospect of trying to explain the story to you. All I can tell you is that I love it. And I'm like, I have to experience this. So I may come back to Kingdom Hearts 2 soon here.
All right, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's the last one in the series I was super into.
Yeah.
I kept playing them and I was like, this is okay. And then I got to 3, which is just 18 hours of busy work bullshit, and then a really cool ending, and you're like, fuck this. So
I will say that 4 looks pretty good. 4 looks pretty dope.
No.
Have we seen much of anything of 4 other
They
than
showed
that
that
one video?
No, just the intro cinematic.
I mean, graphically, that cutscene looks good.
No, my answer is no. They don't deserve this. Stop it. Stop giving them
They put in the effort to get all those games on the PS5. People can catch up. They made that 1.5, 2.5, 2.8 thing. They recognize that they went up their own ass too far and have tried to fix it.
No.
Waypoint has this fantastic like podcast series that I intend to listen to that like dives deep on explaining and discussing all of the lore.
Okay.
I am blown away that there are people who care about Kingdom Hearts, but the fact that people do makes me want to find out for myself.
Yeah, people are like really into it, right? And it's like, what am I missing? What have I missed here?
Yeah. I have a friend who has a full Kingdom Hearts back tattoo.
Yeah, I mean, like I've got a buddy who's got a full sleeve. Like, what have I missed here?
Comment in the chat singing the lyrics to Simple and Clean.
Walk away, you won't hear me say
a friend, huh? Okay, it's Ray. I didn't want to just out Ray.
I knew it was Ray. You didn't have to say it. I knew it was Ray. I can't tell you why. I just knew. You didn't tell me. But yeah.
All right. Next up is Free Space 2. It's a space sim from the 90s.
Yeah.
Never played it.
People
Somebody is really into space sims that participated in this list.
It takes all kinds. That's the beauty of a community list.
A lot of Cartmail's community is into space sims. Let me tell you.
That's interesting.
All right. Number 80, Kerbal Space Program. Speaking of space.
Oh yeah. Yeah. What more is there to say?
Number 79, Assassin's Creed 2.
Yeah.
That's probably it and 4 are probably the best ones.
Yeah, they're the ones you should play. Play 2, play 4, fuck the rest of them. There you go.
Absolutely.
Done.
People want me to play the other 2 Assassin's Creed 2 games, and I'm sure they're fine, but like it's a less extreme version of the Kingdom Hearts problem of like, look, no, I just give me the numbered stuff. I'm not going to play your side shoot thing.
The Ezio trilogy
There.
is so good, though. It's so good.
Ugh.
All right. Next up is Darksiders 1.
Darksiders 1. Yes, remember Darksiders?
Somebody
I
does.
yeah. I know who got this high. It was David, Tori's fiance.
Okay.
He really loves those games. I know some people really swear by them. I have the first one on Steam, the War Mastered edition.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I thought I owned the other games. Apparently, I don't.
Okay.
I
Um,
think I own 1 and 3, and I only played 1.
yeah, like I should play the other two,
I remember
but I
Darksiders
don't know.
2 was like a big deal then.
Hmm.
It is very much God of War, like a
God of
God of
War, Legend of
War,
Zelda.
like
Legend of Zelda is always
Yeah.
brought up.
Yeah.
yeah, like do you like 3D Zelda and do you like God of War? Here you go.
Which does not sound like a
Uh,
bad thing when you say it that
It,
way.
it does not.
no.
It sounds like a good time.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, for the people who missed the first part of the stream, so we did a point system. So if you put it at number 1 on your list, it was worth 10 points. If you put it at number 2, it's worth 9 points. Number 3, 8 points. And then we totaled everyone points. So if 5 people put a game at number 1, that's 50 points.
Mm-hmm.
If 5 people put a game at number 10, that's 5 points. So there you go.
Yep.
So now we have Metroid Prime at number 76. Sorry, I forgot to take off the top
77?
row, so we've been one number off the whole time.
Oh, we're one number off. Well, wait.
Yep. Yeah, because it counts the top row, which is title and points.
But then does that mean we still have one more
Oh yeah,
spin
do
of
we
the
need to do
wheel?
another spin?
Oh fuck, we do. Well, I fucked up. Sorry, everybody.
Is the wheel still available?
I can get it available.
All right.
Hold on.
That's fine. We will create a more published, like finished official version of the
Yeah,
list and put it up.
we'll export the PDF when we get a chance. All right, let me spin the wheel one more time. So this is.
Let me see. Where is that wheel?
Oh yeah, I should share it.
You
Hold
should-
on.
Well, yeah. When you're next on that, when you switch over to it, like I still have your screen up. Oh, okay. You were already. That's fine.
There we go. All right, this is for number, I guess, 98. Sorry, guys. Fucked up.
All right. All right. Let's go. 98.
All right.
Mario RPG.
Super Mario
I'm alright with
RPG.
that.
All right.
All
All right
right.
with that.
All right.
Also getting a remake here
Yep.
shortly.
Yes.
Great game. Great game. All right, so sorry about that little fuck up, everybody.
All right.
All right,
We got
so
it. We're all right.
yeah, Metroid Prime is like one of the best games ever made. Like legit, like that's one of the best games ever made by like far.
Mm-hmm.
Like it
Yep,
totally.
it's good. It's a good game.
Yeah.
It's the reason why it's one of the best selling games this year, right?
Bronson,
Yeah.
what have you done?
What do you mean? What have I done?
My group of 3 cameras. There we go. All right. Thankfully, I had another group of cameras set up, ready to go, so we're all good. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right.
No. Look at the stream right now.
Yeah.
No. Oh, here we go. There we go. Transition. There we go. You took away your screen,
we
which
go.
was there the whole time, and then it went away. I was like, oh, great.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. This actually encourages me to have. All right. I have webcam setups for any situation.
So comment in the chat. What the fuck is this cloud car? I didn't even see the spin. Y'all need to organize.
Why
better.
didn't you see the spin? I had it up for the spin.
All right. Whatever.
That's fine.
So, all right. So yeah, Metroid Prime is like they perfectly translated Metroid to 3D.
Mm-hmm.
Like 100%. Like that was. It's actually kind of a wonder because you look at like how many games transitioned from 2D to 3D and fucked up horribly.
Mm-hmm.
Like Castlevania being a perfect example of that.
Yep.
And now you look over to this and you're like, oh fuck,
Right.
damn.
Yeah.
All I see is the Excel spreadsheet, bro.
I think I know what happened. I think I didn't hit transition because I'm in studio mode because I'm being producer on this bitch, which means sometimes I'll switch stuff and it doesn't go forward. So sorry about that. We did get the spin in Mario RPG 1.
Yep. Number 76, Halo CE. That's another one of those most influential games ever made.
Yeah.
Yep.
Console
Like,
shooters.
yeah, like if Halo did not explode, we might not be seeing a whole shit ton of console shooters.
Yeah.
Like that's something that everyone needs to realize. Like I know, like Halo now is like a boomer shooter. Like only us old people play it, but back in the day, it was huge. Uh, what?
Don't look at Kick right now. I'm gonna take care of this real quick. There we
Hold
go.
on. No, I
Nope.
did.
No, that's
Oh.
gone. That's gone forever. Oh man. Wait, how do I?
I just deleted the second one.
I didn't realize that's how that
fun.
worked.
Kick is good.
I learned something new about my anatomy today.
Yeah, right. Awesome.
Oh, for those of you who are over on Kick, you just missed something pretty funny. Oh,
This
Lord.
man wants to. Man's horny and needs to take care of it one way or another.
Thirsty on main.
Apparently, he decided to post in our Kick chat.
Yeah, you know. Kick
I
is
can see
the
that
Wild
reaction,
West
seeing us.
again.
Yeah, Kick is the Wild West of streaming right now. If you want to see crazy shit, go to Kick.
We love you all here on Twitch, and I know it's a comfortable place to be. But if you want to be part of the nonsense that's happening over there, it's fun.
Yep.
Ooh.
All right, so next up, number 74, Dragon Age 1.
All right.
Okay.
Number 74, Mario Kart 64.
Mm-hmm.
Number 73, Legend of Dragoon.
Sure.
Number 72, shout out to this one, Uno. But also partially because the person who put it in, bro, it came with your 360. You got Uno.
I did.
Man, I forgot about that.
Yep. Didn't come with mine. Mine came with Hexic HD because I got mine like near launch. But still,
okay.
cool. Number 70, Fallout 3. Ugh.
Fallout 3, look, it is popular. That's a popular game
It is.
right there.
Yep.
A lot of bad things are popular.
You want to talk about like a group of fans that became fans solely because of Fallout 3. What a
Fallout 3
weird
was a good iteration in that franchise.
Comment in the Kick chat. Post it again. I'm here for the fan fiction.
Yes.
If someone caught it, they can go ahead and do that.
Yep.
By the way, shout out to y'all on Kick. We are the number 2 podcast on Kick today.
Hey,
Nice.
all right.
So yeah, there you go. All right. So next up we have Modern Warfare 2 from 2009, like the original.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we have. So number 69. I've heard the name of this game, but I've never played it satisfactory. Comment in the chat. I'm leave and just watch the recording at this point. I'm brain dead. And this unorganized chaos isn't helping.
You shouldn't have tuned in if you didn't want the unorganized chaos. That is our brand.
That's a weekly occurrence here.
Thank you though for coming and satisfactory. This game I've watched a friend play a lot. It's very much like if your friend is like architecturally minded, or just a little more technically minded. I'd love to see Anthony play Satisfactory. I don't know, like just a lot of building for the sake of building.
It's like 3D Factorio.
Seems
and
like
so you build to like get resources, to make more efficient buildings, to get more resources, to make more efficient buildings, to get more resources, to make more, and so on. That's the gameplay loop.
Yep.
Fair enough. Next up is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
I feel like this is gonna be low for what games are gonna be on here.
Right? I think it's because of the staying power of Mario Kart 8. I think that's why it's where it's at.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
It's an old game.
It's an old game, but god damn, did they figure out Mario Kart?
Yeah, they did.
They did. All right. Next up is Animal Crossing, the original. It's like the
Wow.
first Animal Crossing.
Over New Horizons.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Then we got Kirby and the Forgotten Land.
Mm-hmm.
And
Okay.
then 64, real gem, especially if you're a fan of Zelda or Zelda likes. Okami, the first Okami.
Tommy's up here. Look at that.
It's a good game.
It's a great game. That game is awesome. It's honestly better than the Zelda game that it shares a year with.
Hmm
So, next
I
up is
like that more on the Wii than the PS2.
yes, because you could draw stuff with the paintbrush. Like that was
Yeah.
awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Number 63 is Link's Awakening.
Another
Legend of
Zelda.
Zelda. Yeah, there's a lot of Zelda and a lot of Final Fantasy on this list.
Yes, I'm
Makes
not
sense. That makes
surprised
sense.
one bit.
Really
Uh,
excited to see where Final Fantasy 13 places because it's the best. It's peak Final Fantasy.
Did you say 13?
He just said
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, it's the
Excuse
best,
me
best
while
one.
I go outside and projectile vomit. That's all. Someone
It's the
saying
best one
that.
in the series.
Mm.
So you can't
You're
even
just trying
say
to
it.
start
Looking at straight
fights.
face. Any other fights you want to start today?
I'll wait.
All right. Yeah.
I wanted the beginning in Neopets. Okay, so Neopets was in that. Oh well, fuck it. She's probably gone.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Neopets was in that 120 range, and it did not meet the spin.
No, it did
So-
not. It did not get picked. Sadly.
So,
all right.
next up is Spyro 1, the first Spyro game.
Spyro, man, remember Spyro?
Yeah,
I never played that one.
I wouldn't have picked 1. I would have picked 2 or 3.
Okay.
1 feels kind of clunky. It immediately feels clunky after you play 2 or 3. So,
All right.
this was my number 1. So this is where all of 10 of its points come from. Metal Gear
Holy
Solid
shit.
3.
Metal Gear Solid 3 got 1
Mm.
pick.
Damn.
Yep.
That's
Damn.
Yeah, that's the best one in the series. It's so good.
Ugh.
It's so much shit in that game is fucking crazy, and I don't understand how more people didn't give it love. But on the other side of that, just a ton of people voted for different Metal Gears or just different stuff in general.
It's just a good franchise. Look,
Yeah.
you
Mhm.
know. But yeah, Metal Gear Solid 3 was it was a moment for my friends and I, just like seeing what the PS2 could do.
Yeah,
let
it was
alone
it was a
what the game
real
actually was.
it was a good tech showcase for sure.
Yep.
That certainly helped a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Then we have Pokemon Platinum.
Pokemon Platinum. That's an interesting. Okay, sure.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then finally we got Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey getting 10 points.
Yep. So now we're at the point where everything from here onward got at least 2 votes.
Yep.
They might have been different places. One might have been a 10, it might have been 1, but it means everything from here on got at least 2 votes.
Yep.
So
we're at place 58.
8. Yep.
All right. Everything
Which
has
is
been turned on.
next up is Sea of Thieves.
That is certainly a game.
Yes. It is. So, look, I'm going to teach y'all how to have the most fun possible playing Sea of Thieves. You don't play it to win. You don't play it to get treasure. You play it so other people don't get treasure.
It just is not compatible with my mind. And yeah, I'm part of that minority of the community that recognizes that they unintentionally created a super chill game and then included combat in it, and it's like, well, all right.
I mean, and yeah, I'm on the other side of they made a pirate game that you can chill in if you want to.
Not if you want to. It will be intruded upon at one point or another.
It depends. If you just hide off on an island and go fishing, there's very little chance someone will find you.
Sure, yeah, but I'm here to sail.
Yeah.
This is the only game with 11 points. Interesting.
Yep.
All right.
So that means one person. Well, that doesn't necessarily mean one person put it at 1 and one person put it at 10, but
Yeah.
there was a decent chance of that happen.
Maybe.
Um.
All right. You'll see us playing that probably in the near future.
Yeah, they got that Monkey Island DLC coming, and we still need to do the last act of the Pirate DLC.
Yeah, we still gotta do that.
Next up is GTA Vice City.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, that was alright.
And then
did Vice City get placed over San Andreas?
Sure did.
Yep.
Huh.
Which is interesting.
Interesting.
Yep.
All right.
So,
next one.
all right. So next up is God of War 2005.
I mean,
The
it was a good game.
original God of War. It was a great game, and okay, so we do. This is actually a moment where we need some clarification because we gave y'all motherfuckers specific instructions. You chose not to follow them.
Yep.
We said be specific, and some of you would put the words trilogy, some of you would put franchise. So when you did that, we defaulted to just taking the first game in the series.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's fine.
So if you meant God of War 2018 and you just put God of War, too bad, so sad.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
I have a good feeling a number of those probably meant 2018, but look, the people running this thing are older. We remember the old times.
Not only that, but I didn't want to go hunt you people down.
Well,
I'm
right,
sorry.
yeah.
I'm not, I'm not fucking out here to hunt people down.
There are too many damn games on this list that had to be sorted.
Yeah, so, if you meant there were some people who specifically mentioned 2018 or 2005, so that was nice.
Yes.
So, yeah. Next up, number 55 is Bloodborne.
Bloodborne at 55, huh? Lower
Yeah.
half of the list.
Yeah, well, don't you worry. One of its successors did really well.
I believe it.
I'm sure it did.
So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah, great game. It's the best one in that series, in my opinion. I still
I'll
enjoy it more than I enjoy Elden Ring.
I'll get out of that starting zone one day.
Yep. Number 54, Mega Man X.
All right.
Yep.
Yeah, it seems fine.
Yep. That's
seems fine. HR Ninja, put it on the box.
It's probably my favorite Mega Man game when I think about it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. Probably my favorite Mega Man when I think about it.
Okay.
So next up is Persona 4 Golden.
Specifically Persona 4 Golden.
Yep.
All right.
This seems low to me.
Really?
It seems low to you at number 53.
Yeah, well, I would guess like top 30.
Yeah, for this group.
I mean, I put it in my top 10. So,
I mean, you had to.
Yeah, you and one other person.
Hold on, let me pull up the sheet. Actually,
Sure, pull up the sheet.
Let's see how many people did Persona 4.
Oh man, we're looking ahead.
Yeah, it is like literally 2 people.
Yep.
So yeah.
All right.
So it's are you the other person?
I don't.
No,
I don't think so.
I just checked.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I didn't put my name on my stuff, but I think my list is pretty apparent.
Yeah, your list was so easy to spot. Like I was like, that's. Yeah, I was like, oh, that's Ninjas.
Yeah.
Like this is like when I saw the words Marvel versus Capcom 3, I'm like, Ninja.
Yeah, like who else would this be?
All right. So then we got Oh, sorry, wrong part of the list. My bad. Then we got Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver.
Yeah.
Good games.
Honestly, probably still gold standard of Pokemon games.
Yes,
in my opinion.
Probably.
Like that they never went better from there. Next one, number 51, kind of a surprise. Pod Racer, Star Wars Pod Racer.
That is wild.
Yep, that is a surprise.
Somebody put it a couple people put it fairly high on their list, so that's the product that happened.
Okay.
Is this like the arcade one where you're like actually in the cockpit of a pod racer using the controllers, or is this like the GameCube?
The N64, like there's the N64 one, and then there's the arcade one. They're the same game, just one is prettier, and you play it with it, But
Oh,
I
okay.
imagine they mean the N64 one.
I would
So.
assume. I don't know.
Yeah.
Number
you can
50.
get it on Switch.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
you can get it on
Yeah.
PC too.
Hell yeah.
So number 50, we're at the halfway point. Tony Hawk Underground.
Nice.
I thought people were gonna choose 2, 3, or 4. So, and I came in, and Underground was the most picked.
Weird. Yeah,
Yep.
weird. Especially like Underground 2 is usually what people talk about.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
All right. So next up we have The Sims 4.
2 Sims games on this list.
Yeah, I actually brought that up with my girlfriend because she's a big Sims fan, and she was kind of surprised that people put 4.
It's the most recent one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a horse add-on coming soon, a horse DLC coming soon.
Finally.
Of course, yes. That is the fantasy I wanted, to control a horse in The Sims.
That's
Look,
right.
I don't know. Some people may want to start a barn or something. I don't know.
That game has a lot of staying power.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Ugh. All right.
All right. Well, next up is Borderlands 2.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Borderlands in this day and age.
Same.
At the time, I really liked Borderlands 2.
I remember Borderlands came out and it made a big impression. And then Borderlands 2 came out and it was more Borderlands, which people were pretty into.
It was really refined. It was a lot funnier and more polished. I didn't like Borderlands 1, but I did like Borderlands 2.
Interesting. Okay.
So.
Yeah.
All
right. Cool.
All right. Next up is The Division.
I knew some people that were into that game for a bit there.
I played it when it came out, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is terrible." So
I never played it.
Number 46, Monster Hunter World.
Sure, a lot of people got Monster Hunter that way.
Yeah, it was a good Monster Hunter game.
Monster Hunter was another series on this list that really got their vote split. Had the Monster Hunter community came to a consensus on a Monster Hunter game, it would have been in the top 10. But they could not agree on what was the peak of Monster Hunter. So, but World is the one that did end up getting the most love.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Take that how you will.
Yeah.
So, next up is number 45, Guild Wars 2.
Sure.
Okay.
People like that game.
Yeah, yep. that game and its community are interesting because it's such like the low key MMO.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like not a ton of people are super into it, but it's like enough to keep the game going, and I feel that part of the reason it survives is because it's just so different.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so different from WoW and Final Fantasy and other MMOs. Like there's not really a gear grind. There's there is raid content, but it's like not a lot of people do it. Mm-hmm. And then same thing with their strikes, which their strikes are Final Fantasy trials essentially.
Okay.
It's very interesting. Like it's a game that it's a very chill experience. It doesn't have the hardcore trappings of a World of Warcraft or even the stuff that Final Fantasy has. And then on top of that, I like the fact that it's an MMO that I don't feel like I'm behind on.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Because like I went back to 14 recently, actually.
Yes.
I've been in the mood to play 14 recently, and the amount of shit that I have to get. I only missed 2 patches, but I'm like a year behind. It feels like.
Yes.
Yeah,
you're about 7 or 8 months behind. Yeah.
Yeah, and then in WoW's case, if you miss 1 patch, like holy shit. The advantage to WoW has a little bit is the fact that you don't need to go do the story content from the previous patch if you don't care. But even then, it's still like you still have to catch up on gear, you still have to learn dungeon routes, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
So it's nice. Like, oh, cool. I didn't play Guild Wars for like 6 months. I don't have to catch up on gear. All my shit is still relevant. My
Mhm.
build might be a little different. I can Google that. Keep going. It's nice.
That's pretty nice.
And then it doesn't have the Final Fantasy problem of having to finish an MSQ before going to do stuff with your friends.
Okay.
That is nice. Because like this has been a problem with my girlfriend. Is like she wants to do a lot of the stuff we were doing in Final Fantasy, but she still hasn't finished the MSQ yet because it's
Long.
in my case it was 520 hours to finish the MSQ.
Ooh.
Granted, I'd say you could probably take 100 hours off of that, where Anthony and I were doing side shit and mountain grinding.
Sure.
But still, like long, very long,
Yep.
long game.
Yep.
Guild Wars doesn't have that. Like once you hit cap, you can say fuck off to the story for almost ever
Okay.
in general. So it's a really cool game. I really wish more people would try it because it's free, and its combat kind of feels like a halfway point from an ARPG and like a WoW or a Final Fantasy. Like you have a
Interesting.
Dark Souls style dodge roll and whatnot.
Okay.
Yeah,
That sounds all right.
yeah, cool game. Needs more love.
All right.
Number 44, Hades.
Hades, fuck yeah.
It's a good
Yes.
game.
Yeah, game is great. Hades is awesome.
Oh.
I finally got into Hades the end of last year because I went to San Francisco, but I had a lot of downtime when I was in San Francisco, so I was playing my Switch, and I was like, oh, I got Hades on my Switch. I'll put some time into Hades, and I played it for 6 hours straight.
Yep.
So,
What a great game.
number 43, Rock Band 3.
Man, what a great the Rock Band games are fantastic, and Rock Band 3 was a great all right, we did it, we did the thing, we're gonna put a bunch of music out for this.
You learn to use real instruments, like they had a keyboard, like it was, if you were like you carry all the music from all the other games that Beatles over to it, like it was awesome.
A good fun time, and those plastic instruments are dying.
Yes.
Yeah, it's really fucking annoying that I have to maintain mine.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Hopefully someone figures it out.
hopefully. Next up, the original Super Mario Bros. At 42.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Okay.
Yeah,
that game still holds up.
game's awesome.
Game's good.
Number 41, the first Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Remember when Assassin's Creed came out? It was like crazy and new.
Higher than 2.
Higher than 2.
Higher than 2.
Weird.
This was another case of people saying Assassin's Creed or Assassin's Creed series on their list.
Okay.
Yep.
Come on. All right. Well.
Yeah. So, number 40. This one I was so shocked at how many people voted for this. But Ghost Recon Wildlands.
There is a community for this game.
It had a lot of love, man.
Interesting.
Number 39, Super Mario World.
Yeah, sure. Yep.
Number 38, speaking of Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14.
All right, 38.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that that game is really cool.
Yes.
And the story behind it is even really cool.
Yes.
Just the fact that it was basically a dead game. Like it was such a fucking train wreck, and it got fixed and became, the second biggest MMO in the world right now. Like that's awesome.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
Yep.
I've recently discovered that I like that game if I want to just disassociate for a while.
It's so easy to get immersed into that world.
Yeah, I don't want to play it like a sweaty like I do WoW.
Right.
Like I just don't find when you play that game that way, it's just not fun for me.
Yeah. Same.
But when I just zone out and level or do old trials and collect shit, it's a great time. And the story is really good.
Yes.
And funnily enough, Final Fantasy 16 fixed some of the stuff about Final Fantasy 14 story I don't like.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. They're just like, oh, you want to just murder the fuck out of people? Let's do it.
Let's do it. No more side quests for you.
Number 37, Genshin Impact.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
I couldn't get into Genshin Impact.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought this one was gonna be way higher.
I thought both
when
of
I
these
saw,
were gonna go higher.
I 14 could have hit or miss because I know a lot of people in our community who like it, kind of have it on the back half of their list.
Yeah.
Like there are a bunch of people that put it at 9, 10, 8. But like so a Murder of Crows is Tori's community, right?
Yes.
And they literally have a chat channel called Genshin Gamers
Mm-hmm.
and a separate voice chat channel called Genshin Noises. So
Okay.
and turns out none of them consider Genshin to be like their top 5 favorite game ever. So
Really? Okay.
yep.
All
So
right. Yeah. It is what it is.
number 36, Counter-Strike 1.6.
Specifically. All right.
Yeah, not surprising. Game's been going since 1999.
All right.
Yep.
This one surprised the living shit out of me, and I want to know what the fuck you are
Yeah, why?
smoking.
Why?
What? Pokemon Sword and Shield at number 35.
Weird.
Bro, what? Like, what?
That's strange.
I don't. This is what happens when you crowdsource opinions.
Look. We're just a weird group of people, you know.
We are, apparently, if we think Pokemon Sword and Shield is the best fucking Pokemon game in our community.
Over Gold
Right,
and
of
Silver.
all the Pokemon games, these two are not the peak of the series.
Like, I would have accepted or fucking Gold and Silver. I would have accepted fucking Red and Blue. I would have accepted Ruby and Sapphire. But like
Hell, X and Y.
X and Y, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But nuts.
Interesting.
All right, so this next one, obvious choice, Doom 93.
Makes all the sense in the world.
Yeah,
Another
34.
game that holds up to this day.
Yeah, total classic. You can pick up that game, play it now, and still think it's the greatest fucking thing ever made.
Yeah.
And probably because it kind of is a little bit.
Yeah.
Speaking of greatest games ever made, number 33, the original Tetris.
Sure.
All right.
By the way, if y'all never watched that Tetris movie on Apple TV, it is super good.
I hear it's good.
Yeah, you should definitely check that out.
I was never a big Tetris person, but you cannot deny the power of Tetris.
I did not discover how into Tetris I was till later in life.
Hmm.
I still prefer Luminous, but it's still great.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Number 32, Portal 2.
Okay.
So, yeah. That game, I remember I wrote a review of that game when it came out, and I said that it's almost as close as you can get to a perfect video game.
Hmm.
The only part about it that I really was not big on was the fact that when you go to the part of the campaign where you're deep underground, it can be hard to find where you need to go sometimes.
Yeah.
That's the only complaint I had when I played that entire game in multiplayer and in co-op. Like it is funny, it is well paced, it looked good for the time, it ran great, it had great game. Number 31, Ghost of Tsushima.
Wow, that is up there.
Yeah, it's real high.
The best Assassin's Creed game.
I'll take your
No,
word for it.
that game is beautiful, especially on the PS5. Like it looks so good. Like if you put that into quality mode and play it on PS5, oh, gorgeous.
Nice.
And then you factor in like the great story, the good like it's just a good game. I got burnt out on it. I played like 90 hours of it because I was trying to platinum it, and I like burnt out right before the end.
Damn.
Jeez.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to it one day, but
all right.
Number 30, Nier Automata.
Ooh.
Yes.
30.
Yeah, if you just do you want a game to skull fuck you? Do you want a game that'll make you cry?
Uh-huh.
Here you go.
Uh-huh. If you have not played Nier Automata and you're gonna play Nier Automata, do not stop when the credits roll, like a lot of reviewers did when they reviewed the game. It is like a mid. Think of it as a mid-credit roll instead of an ending credit roll.
Mm-hmm.
You need to play through the game. I think a total of 4 times, 5 times. But you're not actually like playing through it 5 times. It's kind of like a Metal Gear Solid 5 when at the end of like every mission you get credits, and at the intro to every mission you get intro credits. Think of it like that, and just continue playing the game.
Yep. Not much more.
Fantastic game. Such a good game.
So next up is Batman Arkham Asylum.
This game was fantastic.
It was.
I have a very fond memory with you in this game, Aaron. Actually,
Okay.
I was very tentative when this game came out. Like, I was interested, but I was like, I don't know. It's about a studio I've never heard of. Wasn't really like, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get your early copy, or you get your copy day of, and it's a holiday weekend on like towards the end of summer break. And I remember like turning on my PS3 and I saw you playing it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, cool. And I go about playing games and doing stuff, and like I like check my friends list, see, oh, maybe I'll want someone to play some Burnout or some Call of Duty or something. And you're still playing it like 5 hours later.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Damn.
you're still playing it like 6 hours later, 8 hours later. And then like the next morning when I wake up, you're still playing it. And I'm like, how is that game? Have you been playing this entire time? You're like, yeah, I beat it one night.
Yep. God damn, they figured out, and like action adventure games are still using like how they handle combat to this day.
Yep.
Spider-Man's combat system is just a better version of that.
Right. And
You know,
there's
like
some crazy stealth stuff going on in there. They got so much right in this small area, and I just loved it to death. That was at a time where when I was younger, I was like, get your top 10 best games ever, and that would have landed on the list for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly prefer the later games in the series, but
Sure,
I get why people love it so much. I actually played through Arkham Asylum like last year.
Oh, nice.
I had some like I bought the trilogy on the Series X for like $6. And I was like, I can go through Arkham Asylum real quick, and I did, and I had a great time.
Yeah.
I've honestly thought about going back to the other two, just for
Why
fun.
not? Yeah. Good games.
I actually had a fun idea for a Halloween stream where we just play, like, we start an early stream, and we just go through one of the Arkham games in one night.
Down. Yeah. Sure.
All right, next up, Psychonauts 2.
All right. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, someone had it as their number one, and then someone had it fairly up in their list, and this is how it happened. It's a great game. It looks great. It plays great. This game is almost 3 years old, so I'm just spoil it. The bit with Jack Black in the psychedelic mindscape is fucking amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, Tetris and Portal did tie. By the way, since we got
Two
a
of the
quick
best puzzle games, right?
Yes, probably the two best puzzle games. The only one that I'd consider as a contemporary is Luminous. So, by the way, everyone, Twitch Primes.
Yes. Twitch Primes.
Or if you're
follows and subs on Kick.
Yes, follows and subs on Kick, or if you're on Amazon, or if you're on Twitch, Twitch Primes. Okay.
We're getting some spicy comments on Kick. Good lord.
Oh, did we get new comments on Kick?
No. I'm just still thinking about it. That's all.
Oh.
Oh.
Comment from Carmel. Dude, a friend of mine just got me hooked on Luminous.
Oh no.
It's so good. I used to play that game on my Vita and my PSP like every day. And I got so good at the Vita version that I would have people message me like, dude, friends of mine asked me, how'd you get that score? Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
I remember when Joe borrowed my Vita for a day, and then he was like, oh, let me see if I can beat your score with Luminous. And he sees what it is, and his response was just, fucking how?
Right.
And I'm like, play it every day after work for like 3 hours?
Yeah.
If you're gonna play Luminous on PC, you need to find a way to limit the frame rate to, I think, 30,
Oh.
Why?
because the engine is based on the frame rate. So if you're playing it anything higher than 30, everything is much faster.
Oh no.
So
Oh,
when I bought the game and started playing it, I was like, man, this is so much harder than I remember it being. Why is this so difficult?
I didn't have that issue when I played the Game Pass version on PC.
You may need it may be like a VSync thing or a frame rate limiter, but you need to limit the frame rate. Otherwise, if it is going past whatever the engine is based on, it'll be sped up.
Wow.
Oh,
All
okay.
right. Jesus.
All right. So, next up, number 27 is Mass Effect 2.
Okay. Yeah, that was a big game. That game again.
Mhm.
I always think about how that came out in January, and still at December, everyone was like, "Man, Mass Effect 2." Am I right?
Yeah, Mass Effect 2 is one of the few games I've played through like 4 or 5 times. Like,
Mhm.
I legitimately love Mass Effect 2 a lot.
Yeah.
It's a great game. So
Cool.
number 26, thinking about games that people don't ever shut up about, The Last of Us 1.
All right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. 26.
Well deserved.
Yep.
Well deserved. Like super good pacing, looked great even now. Was a real showcase for the PS3 and then eventually the PS4. Um,
And
kind of
again
a
on the
bet.
PS5.
Yeah.
um, real quality writing, like probably some of the best writing in video games ever.
Hmm.
Yep.
Like it's a fucking masterpiece. The only way to describe it. But what's a real masterpiece at number 25? Street Fighter 2.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yep.
Yo, bro, did we just create a genre? Fuck yeah, we did.
On accident.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that game is incredible. You can still play it to this day and have a great time.
I would
Yep.
recommend playing Turbo if you're going to play it today.
Yeah,
Yes.
sure. Might as well.
I have trouble going back to like Street Fighter 2 that were before Turbo.
Hmm.
But yes. Number 24, Knights of the Old Republic, Star Wars.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not surprised by this getting on the list at all.
Yeah,
No,
it's
a lot
got a
of
pretty
people.
big fan base, right?
Yeah, it's huge. A lot of people are really big fans.
Mm-hmm.
Like it does not surprise me at all. I really like it. I know that I feel as though a lot of people like Star Wars is very beloved, obviously, and I feel like this is like the default go-to for Star Wars games.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So,
100%.
okay. So next up is a game that's near and dear to mine and Aaron's heart.
Mm-hmm.
Halo 3. Real quick comment in the chat. Yes, Street Fighter 2, well deserved.
Yeah.
Hell
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. What is everyone's favorite Street Fighter here? I'm curious.
Oh God. I don't know.
I mean, the recency bias
Yeah, right. Like,
is really
my
a play
God.
for me.
Jesus
I mean,
fucking
4, I
Christ.
really liked 4. I did really like 4. 4 was really good. And the only reason that 3 is like high on my list is because 3 is really my introduction to fighting games, even though it like comparatively is trash. But like
Okay.
6 is so good. 6 is so good.
they got a lot of things right with 6, man.
Yes. Yes.
For me, it's 4.
That's fair.
Like 4 is the king of the Street Fighter for me. At least for now. The way 6 is go. Talk to me in a year or two. I'll be like, of course it's Street Fighter 6. What are you
Right,
talking?
right.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was watching a video where someone was teaching Street Fighter through Street Fighter 4 and just hearing just the little menu sounds or starting a fight and you hearing the little music cues like
Yep.
so good. Just that
On
alone.
Indestructible. That intro song.
One of the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, do not hear from that song ever again, unfortunately.
So recency bias for sure, but Street Fighter 2 will always be at the top. Turbo is definitely the top. Alpha 3 was damn fun too, even though I
Yeah.
didn't really understand the isms. A lot of people swear by Alpha 2 and not 3, and I don't understand it.
Huh.
Oh, super late, but yes, Bronson, the Tetris movie on Apple TV is so good. Yeah, dude, 100%. I loved it. My girlfriend and I watched it the weekend it came out, and we had a blast with it.
Nice.
Number 22, a game that we talked about a lot this year, Resident Evil 4.
Yes.
Genre defining.
Ever since
Yes.
that remake came out, I think everyone has. Oh right, Resident Evil 4. What a
Yep.
game.
Mhm.
I played through it earlier in the year and God, it's so good. It's so fucking good. Like I cannot just like that game. Like I had such a good time playing through 4 again. I actually want to buy the PC version to like see it too. Oh yeah, the
Yes.
original. If it were not for the jank as fuck controls, the original would still be perfect too. Like that's basically the thing that stops me from enjoying the original as much as I could. Is the controls are wonky.
I really want to play it on PC to see it in ultra wide. Like the game is just so pretty.
Oh, play the original in ultra wide, or play
No, the new one. Yeah, the remake.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Or in VR,
Yeah,
is the VR mode? Is the VR mode out yet?
no,
On
not
the
yet.
PlayStation? Okay.
Not yet. Mystic Quest.
Mythic.
No.
Mythic Quest. Oh, that show. Yeah,
Mythic Quest is pretty funny.
I've heard good things. Number 21. I'm hella late, but did Final Fantasy Tactics make the list? No, it did not make the top 100. It is on the list though. Hold on.
Yes.
Let me find it.
I did put in for FFT, but it's not. I didn't put it in my top 3. I don't think.
Wait, hold on. Oh no, it is. It's actually higher on the list. My bad. I was reading. My bad. We're actually getting to. Number 21, Persona 5 Royal. I forgot to put Royal at the end of it. Sorry, my bad, everybody.
Okay.
But yes, Persona 5 Royal. Yes, it is arguably the best Persona game. It looks great. It plays great. I've been chipping away at it over the past year, and I've been having a fucking blast with it. Like, great story. It had my vote as well. Yeah, a lot of people voted for it. I almost did. I had a hard time choosing between P4G and P5R. If you have a ton of free time on your hands, that is a good way to spend it. So, all right, we're into the top 20, everybody.
All right, finally.
Number 20, The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess.
Oh yeah.
I like it. I like it.
Solid. It's a good game for sure. Like, definitely worth your time. Number 19, Red Dead Redemption 2. If you want to talk about games that impressed me due to technology, that was definitely one.
Sure.
That was one I looked at and I was like, God damn, how the fuck is this running on a PS4 Pro?
Right.
Holy shit. How did you make this happen? Yeah, it looks amazing. The detail's great. Probably the best story in a video game last console generation. Like it's really good. Like that ending is so good. Very GTA 4.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Well, what, you didn't like Red Dead?
No, I didn't play through all of 2. So I can't really comment on
All right.
on it.
All right. So number 18 is GTA 5.
Goddamn, what a game.
Yeah. You want to talk about profitable?
Yeah.
You want to talk about video game making all the money in the world, and then some.
Yeah.
Damn. So then we have number 17, Stardew Valley.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. No. That game is a phenomenon. That game is crazy.
Look
crazy.
at all of the farming sims that are coming out right now.
Right.
Yeah, like Stardew Valley is a big part of that.
Yes.
Huge.
hmm All right. So next up we have. Hold on, I looked at the wrong thing. Recency bias like a motherfucker.
Wait. Oh, we didn't.
Legend of Zelda.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, no, wrong. I jumped ahead. Sorry.
Yep.
Number 16, Final Fantasy Tactics.
There it is.
Yep, there you go.
Well,
A lot of love. Got a lot of love.
people really like Tactics. Holy crap.
It's good.
Yeah,
It's a good game.
yeah. A lot of people. I personally am not a fan, but that's because I don't like that style of game.
Right.
It revived
That's,
the SRPG
No,
genre.
no.
You don't think so?
The only one that I really ever enjoyed all that much was Project Cross Zone.
Hmm.
Which one is
So
that? Is that the Namco?
that's the Namco Sega Capcom crossover game that
Yeah.
had
Yeah. Well,
inputs.
FFT I think revived the SRPG genre for the general populace.
I mean, it totally did. Like, absolutely. But yeah. So, but it's unfortunately not for me. So yeah. All right. Well, next up we have number 15, recency bias like a motherfucker.
Uh-huh.
The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom.
Heard that people
Interesting.
really, really liking that game.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, a lot. Like an absurd amount. Like it's a great game. Like it's blown my mind. I'm not sure if it's my game of the year yet this year. Obviously, comment in the chat. Let's go. And then to think Stardew started as an homage to Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom is awesome, man. It blew my mind this year to the back of my skull. Like, I got kind of burnt out on it, but that's my own fault for not pacing myself. But I'm on the last bit of the story, and yeah, like that game is something. That game is special. And the fact that it runs on a Switch in spite of everything that it's doing is wildly impressive.
Right.
So, speaking of Zelda, number 14, A Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past.
Well.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of people really like Zelda. Like, if the Zelda vote didn't split, this list would have had a Zelda game just win in a total blowout.
100%.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, number 13, Final Fantasy 14.
What?
Or sorry, not 14. Final Fantasy 6. I don't know why I
Okay.
said 14.
More
Sorry.
Final Fantasy 14s.
Someone's got 14 on the brain.
Sorry, Final Fantasy 6 is number 13. My bad. In my opinion, that's the best Final Fantasy game.
I
That
hear
is
a
the
lot of
best
people
one.
say it's the best one.
6 is really good. It did a lot for the series.
It's probably my second favorite overall. Like, it's a great game. No, Final Fantasy 7 may or may not be coming up. You'll just have to stay tuned.
6 is the one that started like the giant operatic party based character development that we then saw in every Final Fantasy thereafter until 16, I guess.
Damn you, Bronson, says Cartfail.
Yep.
Number 12, The Witcher 3.
Oh.
I couldn't get into The Witcher 3.
That is a game that I have such a really conflicted opinion on because I love the way it looks. I think its sound design is amazing. It has some of the best writing in video games. Like the side quests, super well written. The story, good. But playing that game sucks ass. That game's combat blows super hard. I don't like it. It's not fun. But I like so like that is a perfect game for me to watch a let's play of. So yeah.
But you want to talk about a game that was everywhere.
Oh yeah, no, it's one of the best selling games of all time. It's why people were so hyped for Cyberpunk.
Right.
You know, I would rather put Cyberpunk be in that position because that game actually plays good.
Sure.
But no.
All right.
All right. We're on to number 11. The original Mario Galaxy.
Fun game.
Great game. Super. Yeah, it's the highest ranked Mario game on this list, and
Really?
yeah, it deserves it. Yeah, Mario's. Yeah, it's super good.
Okay.
I think you can make an argument it's the best 3D Mario. It's probably my third favorite 3D Mario.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Cool. All right.
All right, we're into our top 10.
Finally, the top 10. Oh, I'm excited.
The top 10 games of all time,
All right.
as voted on by you, the viewer, or random stranger on the internet watching this that might have voted. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, number 10, Chrono Trigger.
Ooh.
Okay.
Yes, starting off with a banger.
All
Yeah.
right.
But what more can be said about Chrono Trigger, right? Like, it's a fucking masterpiece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like-
What could you say about Chrono Trigger that really hasn't been said? Right.
Especially on this
Yeah.
channel.
Yes.
Yeah, with I remember Jesse and I were like, yeah, kind of bummed that Mario RPG announcement wasn't a Chrono Trigger announcement. And I'm like, oh yeah, if it was, I would have just said, okay, we need to make time. You and I need to do a Chrono Trigger LP.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Have you, Aaron? Have you played Chrono Trigger?
Nope. I hear it's good.
It is good. It is good.
Yeah, it's absolutely spectacular.
All right.
All right, number 9. This one is a big. Carbell in the chat deserved. Number 9.
Absolutely.
This one's another indie hit darling that came out of nowhere and just blew up, and everybody ended up loving it.
Yeah.
Undertale.
Yeah.
Okay, so like my problem with Undertale, it's a great game. Undertale's a great game. Undertale's really, really, really good.
Is it the fan base?
Yes, absolutely. It is the fan base.
That's funny.
People are rabid about those games.
Absolutely.
My girlfriend loves those games. She has the vinyl albums. She has plushies. She has art. Like, she's a huge Undertale fan, like gigantic Undertale fan. And yeah, and then I remember when that game came out. It was our game of the year that year because the people who campaigned for it so hard.
Right.
Like, that game it's like the fan base for it is rabid. The thing that I find funny whenever I played it, I was like, y'all know this is just Earthbound, right?
Yes.
like it's a great game, but it does steal a lot from Earthbound.
Sure.
So
I mean, a lot of people of the Undertale generation know anything Earthbound from Smash Bros, and that's it.
Get off my lawn. Number 8, Elden Ring.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure,
Yeah,
why not?
It's a good game. It's a good game.
Well put together.
I do like Bloodborne better, and I think I'm gonna like Lies of P better, but
I like Bloodborne more also, but I think that game is. I think the size of it and how polished it is wildly impressive.
Yep.
We got number 7. We have Minecraft at number 7.
Okay. Yeah.
None of us here really play it, right?
I used to play
I played a lot of it. Yeah.
I used to play once a week and work on a baseball stadium I was building. That was.
I've never been into it.
I played a lot of Minecraft when it first came out.
Yeah,
like when you had to email Notch and be like, Notch would be like, hey, I want an alpha code, and he'd be like, okay, you need to pay me $20. That was when I started playing Minecraft, and back then it was revolutionary, right? Like it started just like a lot of these other games on this list, like Resident Evil 4. It started an entire set of genre of games.
Yep. Was not for me. That was definitely a moment in gaming history of oh, all right, this is gonna start a whole new thing that I'm just not gonna get. That's fine.
Yeah, that's basically where I was with it. Like, oh, this is not for me, but it's obviously gonna be gigantic and huge and be a phenomenon.
Yeah, it's fun to get.
I looked at it like
yeah.
Well, I looked at it like Legos, right? It was like playing with Legos.
I just think Legos themselves are better.
I agree.
I just didn't. I enjoyed the occasional Lego set when I was young, but even then, I was just kind of like,
I like getting
okay.
a big tub, just a big giant tub with a bunch of generic blocks, and you make shit. Good.
Mm.
Um,
All right.
but yeah, Minecraft.
Then we're at number 6. The first Mass Effect.
Uh,
I
huh?
I disagree.
Yes. If you're gonna put a Mass Effect in a top 10 games of all times list, then it should be number 2.
I
Mass
mean,
Effect 2.
this just speaks to how much people love the Mass Effect world building, right? Like,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Because Mass Effect 1 does do a really good job of setting up the world.
yep,
Yeah.
they really sucked you in. It's just playing it wasn't amazing. Like, you had a good time, obviously, but
It was very passable.
yeah,
That's the best way to describe it. Is like this is totally a passable piece of content.
and they honed it over time.
They did. They definitely
Yeah.
went and got it and fixed it over time. But
Yeah,
early on it was kind of rough, and I don't know. I personally prefer 2
sure.
and kind of 3 even a little bit.
Yeah,
But the
yeah,
world building was good. Um,
I
so
hated the Mako stuff in the first one. Like
yep,
any
yes,
any of that stuff was just so annoying.
yeah.
I put Mass Effect 2 in my list, but I kind of consider the trilogy as a single entity. Well, we didn't do that
Well, and
because
that's the thing. I wonder how many people just put Mass Effect as a
not that
franchise.
many. A lot of people really put Mass Effect 1.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay.
We had one person put Mass Effect trilogy, and then
Okay.
everyone else put just Mass Effect.
Wow.
It was very interesting.
All right.
Crazy.
So
Yeah. Sure.
hey, like what you like, man.
Yeah.
All right, so we're into our top 5.
Oh man.
Number 5, Skyrim.
Not surprised.
No, not,
Yeah.
not at all. Not in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
Not surprised, but I also don't agree.
Hmm.
Do you just not like those games, or do you have a preference in the series?
Uh, I like the games. I just don't think they're like revolutionary or like particularly great. Like they're good. They're good games, but
Um, I think the act of playing them is horrible.
Hmm.
Like, I do not. I think the combat feels like trash. I don't think the combat feels good. I think they looked really good for their time.
yeah.
Like I think they looked really great for the time in which they released, but they weren't necessarily uh like they other than that though, like the writing's really good, the world is really interesting, and the amount of freedom you have is really cool.
Hmm.
But the core, what I consider to be the core system of like let's fight, let's go, like everything just feels really mediocre in that sense.
Hmm.
And what I always hear about these games is like you can mod it, you can mod it, you can mod it, and I'm just like, bro, I played that game on PS3, so no, I could not.
Right.
And second off, then it's not a good game; it's a modding tool.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a modding shell,
Yeah.
which like that's fine. You can make a really fun, cool modding shell, but it's still a modding shell. Let's not get it twisted. So
Yeah.
Well, at that point, like, what is the difference between it and like RPG Maker, right?
I don't consider RPG Maker a game.
Well, I don't either, but like the result of RPG Maker, right, is the time and work that somebody puts in like a mod into Skyrim, right?
I mean, yeah, then I guess you would judge that mod as its own thing. Like if they want to sit down and be like, "Hey, I made this campaign for Skyrim,
Hmm.
this mod," then all right, cool, we can judge that on its own merit, I guess. Sure. Um, so that's my take on it, at least.
That said, I personally did have fun playing Skyrim. I
Yeah, I
Confession.
enjoyed it when it came out, and then when they released the Skyrim text adventure on the Amazon Echo, I played that.
sure.
Um, but like, I don't know. I think it's got the same kind of staying power as GTA 5 does.
I think GTA 5 is a far better game.
I agree.
I would much rather play GTA 5 than Skyrim or any Elder Scrolls game.
Sure.
So, comments in the chat. Cartmail is here, and then finally got home.
They're just
sweaty
talking
as
to each
fuck.
other there.
Okay. Confession: I never modded Skyrim. That's fine, man.
There's lots of
I-
mods.
Look,
Lots of
there
mods.
Yeah.
I played through it straight. I thought it was fine. Like, I had fun with it. I had more fun with Oblivion. I thought Oblivion's world and story was a lot better. So, yeah.
Yeah.
More burning hot takes for everyone.
Right. Yep.
All right, number 4, Final Fantasy VII.
Well.
Okay.
All right.
Sure. Like,
That was a big game for a
it's
lot of people.
that
was.
game, depending on how and when you got into JRPGs, that game is very important to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like I think that game for the time, like, yes, if you're one of those people who played 6, played Chrono Trigger, then it might not have had the same impact. But like, if you were one of the millions of people who, like, that was your introduction to RPGs and that was your introduction to JRPGs, it was a mind-blowing fucking experience.
Yeah.
So, and I totally get why it's here. I personally don't think it's the best Final Fantasy in the series. I personally prefer 10 and 6 and 9, but I still think it's a great game.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's one of the few Final Fantasies you've gotten most of the way through, Aaron.
Yes, it is.
What'd you think?
You know, I like the world. I like the characters. Don't care for the turn-based combat, but you know.
What I liked about you playing turn-based combat is you, like, insisted on putting it at, like, the fastest setting.
Yep.
Like, I don't know why you wanted to turn Final Fantasy into Dark Souls, but sure.
Because I wanted to go faster. Get me through this shit.
But that actively makes it harder because you're gonna die on those.
That's too bad.
Oh my god. Indeed, I got into Final Fantasy with the PS1, so it always had a special place.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's literally millions of people. And then that game also had, like, massive advertising campaign. Like, its advertising campaign was like half its budget.
Yeah.
And it worked. And then Cart Bale says, "Just cast haste, dude."
Right.
I've had the itch to go back and play a turn-based Final Fantasy when I'm done with 16.
I
It's
bet
just
you
about
have
getting the
been
time
feeling
to
that
go.
way. Yeah.
Well, and I love 16's combat system so far too. Like, it's
It's
been
good.
a lot of fun, but it's
Yeah.
just I really like that style of game of that era.
Right.
Number 3, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Wow.
Oh, interesting. I figured this would be like 1.
Trust me, when I was doing the points totals, I was surprised it wasn't.
I don't know. I don't know what could be 1 or 2.
So, man, wait till we get to it.
I'm good. Awesome.
Dude, a lot of open world games are stealing from that game.
Yep.
And a lot of open world
Yeah.
games haven't caught up to that game yet.
Yeah.
It's weird to think about that game is 6 years old and there are still games being like, how do we do what Breath of the Wild did? And then Tears of the Kingdom just comes out and be like, bitch, that's old.
Mhm.
Right.
So good on Nintendo. And that's the game that got the Switch off the ground. So
Yep.
number 2, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
A usual default pick for number 1.
Yep.
So.
We got 5 Zelda games in the top 20.
Woo!
Jeez, they're good games. I mean, it's not like they're all trash, right? Like,
no, like, they're great. They're some of the best games ever. Like, I love the Zelda franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, Twilight Princess, Tears of the Kingdom, Link to the Past, Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time.
Mm-hmm.
Skyward Sword is number 1. Again, I'm calling it right now.
Yep. Yep.
Wand of Gamelon.
Wand of Gamelon. Let's go.
All right, and our number 1 game of all time, as voted on by our community and multiple other communities, is World of Warcraft.
And kind of ran
interesting.
away with it if you look at the points
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting.
So I thought about it. I was like, well, how the fuck?
hmm
Because, but then I sat and I thought about it. I'm like, okay, everyone in our community. Well, the thing is like, it was number 2 on my list, and like Jesse was like number 8 or 9 on yours.
hmm
And Aaron, I think it was on your list too.
Pretty high up.
Yeah, and then like I looked at everyone else's list who had it on their list, and yeah, I see it. But like I thought about it, I'm just like, okay, who's in our community? A bunch of boomer ass gamers, like age 27 and up,
hmm
minimum, all the way up to age 45, and like for that age group, that game had like such a massive impact,
hmm
like huge,
It did.
like everyone in that age group played that fucking game. And everyone played a lot of that fucking game, or most people did.
Yeah.
And for better or for worse, it also like a lot of games are still modeling themselves after World of fucking Warcraft.
Especially publishers who see money in the
Mhm,
model that
mhm.
World of Warcraft really popularized.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Well, because like like okay, let's talk about it. You're talking about $15 a month, right? Yeah, like holy shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 people put World of Warcraft on their list, and then 1, 2, 3 people put it as 1, 2 people put it as number 2.
Yeah.
So like it just fucking dominated
The impact
so
of World
hard.
of Warcraft cannot be denied, even if you don't enjoy playing the game.
Yeah, like even if you fucking hate that game, like so many games like that, almost every game that uses a loot system uses that same color system.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep.
Orange or yellow, purple, blue, green, white, gray. Like tons of games as a service, and then they may not be doing it through a monthly sub, but almost every game is getting money monthly because World of Warcraft did it, and all these games have a store like World of Warcraft does, and all these games are trying to get you to keep playing. Like anything that's a games is like World of Warcraft is responsible for the devil that is games as a service.
Yes.
Yes.
It is.
For better or for worse.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, like World of Warcraft was fucking the gap between 1 and 2 is crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's pretty big.
World of Warcraft got 56, Ocarina of Time 45.
Yep, that means that's like I had it as number 2 on my list. So
Yeah.
it's Cartbill says I knew it. The thing is, like, we didn't make this.
Yeah.
Like our lists we voted,
Mm-hmm.
but like we didn't sit down and like make the top 10 games of all time.
We didn't touch
I'm
it.
sure we'll do that dumbass segment at some point on this show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so World of Warcraft was like just it was huge. It still is bit like and also think about fucking longevity.
Yeah.
Like World of Warcraft is going to be 20 next year.
Yep.
There are still over 1 million people playing World of fucking Warcraft.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't include the people who are like, I want to play original World of Warcraft and are playing vanilla still. There are people who will just play World of Warcraft vanilla and find new ways to play World of Warcraft vanilla. Let's see, Blasian, I get it for sure. The top 10 games aren't too surprising beyond the Mass Effect 1 spot. No, not all.
Same. Like
Yep.
this list totally makes sense. Mass Effect 1's a little weird, but if you're thinking about Mass Effect as a whole, like totally.
Yeah, like if you were to drop Mass Effect 1 and put The Witcher or Mario Galaxy on here or Final Fantasy 6, I'd be like, oh, okay, this makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, especially when I think about like a crowdsourced opinion like we did. Because that's what we did was we basically crowdsourced opinions. Like, yeah, if you were to go out into a crowd and be like a crowd of gamers at PAX and be like, what are the top 10 games of all time? a lot of people would be saying these games. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah. So I will read our personal lists here, so you can see what ours are. Once Aaron comes back. I do love the new Zelda Discord, especially how new it is. Yeah, no, it. I remember I was talking to someone about that, about how like, man, Tears of the Kingdom is pretty high up, and her response was recency bias. So,
100%.
yes. By the way, everybody, since we're waiting on Aaron to get back before we read our own lists, you should give us a follow on Kick. Kick is a new streaming platform that is better for the content creator in a lot of ways. And there's a link to that. But if you don't feel comfortable moving, that's okay. We're going to be streaming on both. And when we're going to be streaming on both, you should consider giving us subs.
Yes. 100%.
Cart Bale, in regards to Here's the Game, says, yeah, I doubt it'll be that high a few years down the line. Dude, I don't know. Like, that game, like, I've been playing a lot of it over the past couple weeks, and, like, it kind of is magical. In some ways, it's more Breath of the Wild, but it's like they took Breath of the Wild and improved on it in every possible
Yeah,
way.
I wonder if it'll replace Breath of the Wild in these lists in a year or so.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
So, I'm going to pull up our lists, and I'm going to start with Jesse's.
Sure.
Just so you can hear what ours were. Disclaimer: I haven't started it yet. If you want better Breath of the Wild, there you go.
Yep.
So Jesse's list: number 10, Marvel's Capcom 3. Number 9, World of Warcraft. Number 8, Resident Evil 4. Number 7, Super Metroid. Number 6, The Legend of Zelda. Sorry, the Excel sheet cut it off. Ocarina of Time. Number 5, Half-Life 2. Number 4, Street Fighter 2. Number 3. Am I looking at your list? Yes, I am. Okay. Number 3, Final Fantasy 7. Number 2, Final Fantasy Tactics. Number 1, Chrono Trigger.
Nice.
Yes,
Yep.
hard. Yes, all those great games. All right, then we got Aaron. Number 10 is Hades. Number 9 is Shadow of the Colossus. Number 8 is Resident Evil 4. Number 7 is Street Fighter 2. 6 is the original Super Mario Brothers. 5 is Doom 93. 4 is Ocarina of Time. 3 is Minecraft. Number 2 is World of Warcraft, and number 1 is Grand Theft Auto 5.
Hmm.
Funnily enough, Aaron, your list is what ended up just making it so World of Warcraft dominated.
Is that so?
Yeah, it still would have won,
Still
but it
would've
would have
won.
only won by 3 or 4 points instead of just fucking dominating.
Yeah, I went for what I thought was a little more objectively the best rather than my own personal tastes. Other than those first two there.
If I were to have done my like personal taste, like my list would have been even more hella fucking fucked up than it already is.
Yeah, right.
I kind of did a split. Like I was like, okay, I want some stuff that's like greatest games of all time list, but I also want my own personal input.
Yep, sure.
Mm-hmm.
So number 10, Bayonetta 2.
This is yours?
Yep.
All right.
Number 9, the original Super Mario Brothers. Number 8, Rock Band 3. Number 7, The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Number 6, Chrono Trigger. Number 5, Dragon Ball Fighters. Number 4, Persona 4 Golden. Number 3, Halo 3. Number 2, World of Warcraft. And number 1, Metal Gear Solid 3.
All right.
Those are all good games.
Yes, they are. Yep. So yeah, that's it, guys.
Where's Emily's list? I want to read Emily's
oh
list.
yes, we will read Emily's list. Hold on, let me pull hers up. Emily's list is also super weird.
I love it.
I love it.
I'm ready.
Let's go.
All right, number 10, Burnout Paradise.
Nice.
Number 9, Super Mario Brothers 3. Number 8, God of War 2018. Number 7, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Ooh.
Number 6, Chrono Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Grim Fandango.
Ooh.
Number 4, Kid Chameleon.
Ooh.
Number 3, Ghost of Tsushima.
All right.
Number 2, Kingdom Hearts 2.
Yeah.
And number 1, Spyro the Dragon.
Wow, really?
Wow,
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
that is a weird list, but
That's-
I mean, I like all the games.
That's a fun
Yeah.
list.
Yeah.
Well, cool.
So,
All right.
Yep. All right.
We got our list, so we're gonna get that list up somewhere.
Yep, we'll get a PDF made and get it sent out, and you can. And on that list, you'll get the full thing, the full 291.
Hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
So you can stare at it and be like, "What the fuck is wrong with people?"
Definitely be a source of conversation for a little bit here.
Yes.
For
Yeah.
sure.
All right. Well,
So
is that a podcast for us?
I feel like that's a podcast. We can talk about all other shit next week. We
Yep.
got a lot of news regarding Xbox, but it's like
That's like every
That's
week. It
late.
feels like.
yes.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
also comments before we go. Smash Ultimate is a great pick too. Haha, very unique list for sure.
Yeah.
So a couple things we need to address before we dip out for the day. First off, a follow, sub, all that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and also, hey, we're multi-streaming to Kick, and we're trying to get our community moved over to Kick. So here you go there, follow us, make an account, please,
Yeah.
pretty please.
Yeah.
It'd be very nice of you to do that because on Kick, most of the day we were the number 2 podcast on Kick.
Yep.
So
Fun,
it'd be nice
it's
if
a fun, weird place.
Yes, it is very weird. If you want to see if you're like us, which chances are if you're listening to this you are, and you like watching a burning clown car,
Mm-hmm.
here you go.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you. See, Blazon, he's doing his homework. He's giving the support.
He's doing it.
Yes, so we're trying to get our audience transfer over to Kick. At minimum, multi-stream on Kick. So
Yep.
thank you for the support. And then as for the rest of it, thank you for tuning in. We love you guys, and you have yourself a great day.
Yeah.
We'll probably be streaming some Street Fighter through the week.
Yep.
You know?
Be sure to check in on us streaming some video games, and be sure to check in on our Discord where we'll give updates on when we're streaming. And otherwise, see you next Sunday.
See you
That's
then.
right.
Love you. Bye.
See ya.